Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akashic Rose with Sabrina Dawn. So today we're going to do the daily. So I heard some comments the other that about the emotions and what's been going on this week. Today I definitely woke up feeling a little bit better. It seemed like Monday was the worst, and it seems yesterday was a little bit better. Today seems a little bit better. Let's just hope it keeps going that way, and I don't end up having another rough one. But it's bringing up a lot of stuff. It's bringing up a lot of like core woundings and insecurities, right? So that's actually a really good thing. It's just not easy, as you know. So yeah, I would love to hear, what are you doing to get through some of this energy? I went for a walk yesterday, actually in the rain, and it was really nice. It was raining. It was during the day, and I stepped outside and it was like, oh, it was a little iffy. And then I was like, oh, I think it's gonna rain. Then it started to rain, and then about halfway through it stopped. But I was like getting like this beautiful rain on me, and it felt very cleansing and beautiful. So if I felt like that was actually really healing. So if you ever get a chance to do that where it's safe and the temperature's right, oh, just felt amazing. I actually had two things that I was really worried about, and I cleared. I got understanding on both of them. Okay. The two cards while I was talking about that. Look at the two cards that came out. So we are working with the Angel Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. They wanted me to go back to this. I was kind of surprised because I had the Archangel ones yesterday, right? So so the High Priestess. So this is what, like, I know I've said this probably 100 times. This is my favorite card in the whole deck. I absolutely love it. But it also has really been pretty prominent the last few weeks on this channel, right? So, so listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Okay, so then we have, she's got the book, and she's got that, I feel like it's snakeskin, right? She has shed the old, she's coming out, she's stepping through, she's confident in what she's seeing, and she's seeing her path and going on it. Okay, and then the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, she is the entrepreneur. She is the one that is, typically has a falcon, right, and has her, it on her hand in the tarot, and she is self-assured, self-sustained, self-fulfilled, right? And that is the Nine of Pentacles is right before the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles actually is like your fulfillment, right? So this is coming into your own before you can have the Ten of Pentacles. So the High Priestess within you is what you want to cultivate to be able to get to the Nine of Pentacles. And just let me check with the angels for a moment to see what they want to say. So the Nine of Pentacles, which is like the Nine of Earth, which is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So what I'm hearing is that one of the ways that your inner feminine, whether you're masculine or feminine, your inner feminine wants to come into this High Priestess energy. And one of the ways to stay grounded and to manifest the things that you want to manifest in your life is to get out in nature, which is what we were just talking about, right? So no surprise that one of the these two cards fell out. And they told me to keep them because I asked, that maybe it was what I was talking about, and they said to keep them. Okay? And so, and when you step into that High Priestess energy, you allow yourself to see, you allow yourself to consider carefully, right? Being discerning, looking at all of the options in front of you and going which one your soul wants to go to, not want to go to from pain or go to from pain. Okay? These here, that's what they want to talk about. Look at, do you see the two wand like towers in the background? What I'm hearing for this reading specifically is that you have options in front of you, and one of them, hold on one second, this isn't about the actual option. This is about what's going on in front of you and discerning within you what you are and aren't doing, and what is motivating you. So you may have an option in front of you, and what comes up is a lot of pain, and it brings up a lot of turbulence inside of yourself. A lot of it like bubbles up a lot of the shadow side. And then there's a part that where you may want to go to because of pain, because it's familiar. Okay. Be discerning on what's motivating you. And when you clear those things, you'll be able to see which of the two paths that are behind the two motivators that will help you to move forward. Okay. And one of the ways to do that is to recognize your independence and be happy and secure within yourself. And then you can look at those things a little bit easier and be more self-assured and know that you are stepping into your own. Okay, this is the Soul Cards 2 by Deborah Koff Chapman. Okay, please clarify the High Priestess and the Nine of Earth. Oh. This is a powerful card. Take a look at that for a moment. There's a couple of messages I'm getting with this. One of them is even though it's a skeleton, right? I'm seeing it like this beautiful aura. Look at that. Look at that. You know, there's the root, the first layer, which is the root chakra layer, the second layer of the aura, which is the orange, which is this, you know, the second chakra, emotions, right? Sexuality, creativity, standing in your power, which is the third chakra. And then the heart, and then it his aura, well, I'm just going to call it his, but is just going out, 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 okay? And it's just continuing to emanate. But what I'm hearing about that is that you may feel on some level that there has been a death within you, to the innocent part of yourself, the part of you that was starry-eyed, you know, wanting to move forward towards things, whether it's a relationship or a new project or a creative pursuit. You know, there's like, I feel like there's this part of you that feels like that innocence is gone. And how do you play? How do you have fun? How do you let go and just be and have that fun? How do I step into this energy and let go of the pain of the past and allow myself to emanate like this? And then I'm also hearing too is vulnerability. The answer, actually, one of the answers actually is vulnerability, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, if you're having a hard time allowing yourself to be vulnerable, going in meditation, or just ask the angels to help you with your vulnerability, but going in meditation and really looking at asking that question. So you can go into your records and ask, why am I having a hard time allowing myself to be vulnerable? And allow your guides to take you on a journey to see that inner part of yourself. Okay? Allowing yourself to be vulnerable is by doing what you're doing, right? It's kind of like, you know, courage too, right? You're doing something even though you're scared or there's an uncomfortability there. So I'm hearing just allow yourself to be naked, so to speak, which is vulnerable. Okay, and Kitty agrees that this is important, allowing yourself to be naked and vulnerable in whatever it is that you're trying to move towards. It could be a relationship, it could be, you know, a new job, a creative pursuit, some type of endeavor that you want, and it could be just with yourself. And allowing that ego death to happen, so that you can move forward past that Eight of Swords energy that we've been bringing up. It's like the High Priestess and the Eight of Swords. Being comfortable with cycles. I'm also hearing another, for some, working with your ancestors is really important. Okay, your ancestors are here to help, you know, help you step fully into all of the layers of your aura and be more yourself. Connecting into and releasing some of the ancestral patterns that are no longer serving for you, but also stepping in and allowing the ancestors that are there to help support you and move you forward and help you step into your power, connecting to the innate wisdom of doing that. And one of the things that, you know, a lot of our ancestors have been through things like COVID. Okay, like things like this, and have had that, and you can step into their courage and their strength and to get through times like this. Also, like with reopening and stuff like that, some people are very fearful, and I've had moments of that myself. So connecting with our ancestors who've been through it, we can regain the wisdom of the past, but we can also regain the strength to get through it. I'm also hearing that for some of your ancestors may have, especially the feminine line, okay? Some of your ancestors may have had a really hard time stepping in to that beautiful power, okay, into this beautiful power. And that could even actually, what I'm hearing is that it's the feminine. So it's the feminine even within the masculine line, and it's the feminine as in the feminine line, right? So either way, it's the feminine that's coming up to be balanced, that wants to come in and step into this Nine of Pentacles. It is the feminine within you, and it's the feminine within both of your family lines that may have struggled stepping into this High Priestess energy, which is completely in tune with your intuitive self, and growing through that, but also, like, you know, watching, discerning, you know, seeing all, being comfortable with the cycles of life, being comfortable with the feminine cycles, the tide, right? The ocean, it's a living thing. It's just like a woman. It goes in and out. I mean, it like has the tide that breathes, right? So the feminine actually opens and closes, and the masculine is in and out. That's what the energy is like. So masculine energy is in and out, feminine opens and closes. So if you can think of yourself in a relationship, you know, do you run? That means your masculine side is running. That means your masculine side needs healing. Okay. If it's the feminine, if you feel yourself just shut down, you know, that is kind of what can be like a form of running. But if you feel yourself just shutting down but not going anywhere, it's the feminine side that wants to be healed. And speaking of the feminine side, invoking the goddess, Oracle in Action by Lisa D. St. Crew. I think I said her name right. Okay. Let's see. Which goddess wants to come through and help us step into the High Priestess and Nine of Pentacles? Actually, it really makes a lot of sense. Oh, wait till you see this card. The High Priestess, it really makes a lot of sense that we're, you know, that the angels told me to use the goddess deck, because of the High Priestess and the Nine of Earth. That is somebody definitely in their goddess energy, allowing themselves to be vulnerable and naked. I don't know exactly how to pronounce with the first two letters, but that is cacao, which is the purest form of chocolate. Cacao is the, you know, the chocolate bean, but it's the cacao bean, it's actually called, and it's 1222, so 222. I am Earth Woman, abundant and fertile, goddess of the cacao tree, cocoa woman, chocolate goddess, savor my rich deliciousness, banish hunger, feel your heart expand, your energy rise, luxuriate in the senses, treat. Give yourself the gift of pleasure. Life can be sweet. And that's what I'm hearing is that letting go of that vulnerability, scared to step forward in whatever way that you're going to want to find pleasure. That is what is holding you back. So the goddess, and I don't know how to say it with those, it's cacao, I'm not quite sure, but she wants to come through and tell you and make and help work with you so that you can allow pleasure into your life. Give yourself the gift of pleasure. Life can be sweet. And reminding yourself that life is sweet and that it is fun and that there are good people with good situations and good motivations in the world. Feel your heart expand. You see what allowing yourself to be vulnerable will eventually help you step into your power and allow your heart to expand. You can also eat cacao. So places like Whole Foods, they have raw cacao. You can put it in your smoothies. I had one yesterday with it. I absolutely love it. I make a raw cacao chocolate mousse that's vegan. So like you can, there's so many different things you can do with cacao. You can put a little in your coffee. You know, there's all kinds of things that you can do with it. That's just absolutely wonderful. And it can help you savor the rich deliciousness of life. Okay. That hunger, that need, that for, I'm feeling just like this. What I'm feeling like is that underneath the Eight of Swords that has been so prominent, right, in our readings, underneath that is somebody who is scared to be vulnerable, somebody who is scared to allow themselves to be touched by life and touched by experience because it's been painful in the past. And it's just that this is could be heavier for some than others. But what I'm feeling like is that they're saying that it's okay, and it's okay to move through this energy, and that will let us like actually finally put down the Eight of Swords at this cycle, at this point, and step into that High Priestess, Nine of Earth energy. And one of the ways that you can do it is lovely, in a lovely, lovely way. Enjoy cacao. that is one of the pleasures of life. I can tell you that right now. I absolutely love cacao. So, okay, I'm not surprised that that's the first card from this deck that's pulled. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, so that's what I'm picking up, okay? So it's about stepping into your high priestess, nine of pentacles energy, you know, seeing all, stepping into your power and allowing yourself to emanate with love and allowing pleasure, the gift of life in. The gift of life. You're alive. You're watching this video. You're alive. It is the gift of life. Allow yourself to feel pleasure. That is one of the things as humans we came down to experience. In whatever way pleasure has, it's trying to come in for you. Okay? It could be, you know, having fun with paints and not caring about technique and just, having fun with it. And don't care about if anybody sees it, and just allowing yourself to get lost in the sea of colors and textures and feelings. Maybe finger paint some. Okay, allowing yourself that pleasure and that joy of life. Okay. And one of the ways, you could also pick up a bag of cacao and look up recipes and pick up the ingredients and get some cacao. They have it at Whole Foods. They have it at any natural food store. They may even have it at regular stores now. I've been buying it for so long. I have a way of doing it. But yeah, so you may, yeah, Amazon, whatever. So yeah. So this is the goddess of cacao that wants the cacao goddess that wants to come in and work with you. That's really cool. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up and a comment if you enjoyed this. And if you're new and you, I would love to have you subscribe and join the Akashic Rose family. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm also going to do the earth signs and possibly the water signs. Okay. So for the love readings. Okay. And I'm working my way through those. This is a new way for me to do it. Actually, I'll talk about this for a moment. I was talking about it with a friend, but I'll share it with you. You know, I've been trying to do the love readings, and I tried to do it the old way where you just see my hands, and that wasn't working. I sat down in here, it wasn't working, but they kept showing me sitting here and doing it here and showing my face. So, and then I was able to finally do one yesterday, but I'm going to continue to grow and work through it. See, and actually this is why they're having me talk about it. So that is one of the examples of growing as you go, right? So stepping into it, even though you're uncomfortable and afraid. So, you know, I'm sitting down and I'm like, I don't know what they really want of me, but I'm just going to sit down and I'm just going to do it. And I may fumble, but that's okay. You know, if people don't want to watch it, they don't have to watch it. But, you know, I may fumble and I may do that, but eventually I'm going to get into my rhythm as I push through the fear. But I can also tell you, which is really interesting, I get a lot of pleasure when I get into the flow and I do these readings, when I do these ones, when I do personals, when I do the love readings. I just get into this beautiful high priestess, 9 of Pentacle energy. I step into it and I allow myself to just be in the flow with it. And that is very pleasurable for me. And so that could be for whatever it is that you're doing and being called to do, to express yourself out into the world. You know, you can get that kind of pleasure. It's letting go, allowing yourself to be naked and vulnerable, allowing yourself to make mistakes and to grow. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything under control. You can just go with the flow. You know, like I'm not 100% happy with the reading that I put out yesterday, the love one, but I also know that if I don't start somewhere, I'm not going to start, because that is a problem for me. And I just heard the motorcycle vroom vroom. So, you know, you're revving up, you're getting yourself comfortable into doing things instead of, you know, having to go from point A to point Z. You know, in 2 seconds, you can go A, B, C, D, or even A, E. You know, you can jump a little bit. But, you know, taking those steps can be really important to stepping into your 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay? All right. So, all my love, guys. Mwah.